Welcome to Metaphysical Soul Speak. I'm your host, Alanna Fox Starks. Hey guys, I hope that you are doing really well in this moment, and that wherever you are when you listen to this recording, that you are taking everything in stride and accepting all the cosmic energy that is coming your way to help you ascend. It is like a cosmic boost. It is radiation. Everything is in your favor, and everything is working together. If you've noticed, the magnetosphere of Earth has cracked and it's wide open, and it allows radiation in, and the sun, who normally has a massive energy field, magnetic energy field that would protect us, has been sunspot-less for longer than ever has in the history of us recording sunspots, and thereby letting more cosmic radiation in. And in addition, the Earth itself, all of the crystals deep inside the Earth are shoving out massive energy. As the energy is received into the Earth, it pushes more energy back out. So we get like a double whammy. And when the sun sends its plasma our way, its solar winds our way, it comes to the Earth and we get that energy. And then the Earth crystals do the same thing, push energy back out towards the sun now. So all these things in combination is just, it bombards us with all of this massive energy. I don't know about you guys, but I was tired all day long again. I slept almost 13 hours again, like 3 days in a row. This has been incredible energy. My son, sleeping all day, same thing. He had a fever today. He was sick today after he was already better. A lot of things that are happening with us energy-wise. It is making us sick, but it's not because of our lack of doing something. You know, it's not like, oh, geez, I didn't take my vitamins this week. It must be it's not your fault, okay? We are having every cell is reverberating the energy of the cosmos right now, and every cell is knocking out toxins, and every cell is upgrading its DNA. All the DNA is being connected that wasn't connected yet. You might have had all 12 strands and every cell connected already, or maybe not, but our bodies are changing, and this is a massive, massive, massive undertaking. So don't blame yourself or feel guilty or blame others for being sick, and don't just be impatient with yourself or others because of it. Because right now, whatever area you haven't worked on, you might feel a little problem, with being sick. If you have sexual guilt and sexual frustration, that's in your stomach area. So if you have the intestinal flu, it may be that, or it might be normal guilt or normal frustration. Or it might just be that part of your body right now is changing on a DNA level and upgrading. So it might not even be any emotional thing. If you've already gotten through all of your emotional stuff, it might not be that. So don't blame yourself, and don't go back to stuff you've already worked through, because you've already worked through it. But allow the energy to flow through you, accept it. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to sleep. Don't forget to drink your water and eat the healthiest food that you can muster up the energy to eat. I know lately when I think about drinking my green drinks that I normally drink, it makes me really sick to my stomach, like I want to throw up. Like there's no way in hell I'm going to drink that. And yet today I made a really lovely, hearty Italian winter stew for my kid and I. And not one green vegetable in the whole thing. But there's a lot of vitamin A in cauliflower and these potatoes that are yellow that I got. Lots of vitamins in the stew. And it's just literally the stew I made. It's like white and red. It's like a Christmas stew. And I did put, the green I put in was rosemary, which also is a disinfectant. It can help your body get rid of germs, as well as albahaca. I'm saying it in Spanish. Romero y albahaca is what I use, but those are my secret ingredients. You have to translate them to decipher the reality of what I put in there. No, it's, basil leaves. Albahaca, of course. It took me years to understand what all the herbs were called in Spanish, and my food was so bland until I could figure it all out. But now I understand what things are called in Spanish, and now I can cook again. But this soup I made, it's actually a stew. It was so hearty and so just super amazing. I'm so happy I made it. I put chicken in it, and we felt so good. I felt good after I ate it. 2 whole bowls of it, and I just feel amazing now. I'm still tired, but I feel like my ears are still ringing. And I forgot to mention 2 or 3 days ago, I think on the 15th, or maybe it was the 16th, it was the 15th, I think, the day before all the mass energy coming in, I was abducted, and I had these, I don't even know how to describe it, on just between my first finger, my index finger, and my thumb, between them, and then like an inch down, kind of on my hand, the back of my hand. I got on my right hand was like a diamond shape with a cross in it, was the scar. And then on my left hand, and then around that were circles, like little tiny circles. It's permanent scar on my hand. And on my left hand, the scar was like a hexagon, 6-sided figure, and I can't even remember what was in it. I think that one might have had circles around it too. So I don't know I feel like I've been vaccinated. And they're very pretty vaccination scars from whoever abducted me. And I asked my higher guidance, and the answer is like, yeah, you've been abducted, and that's abduction scars. So I have new abduction scars on my hands. I mean, I just love it now that I get so much physical evidence. Oh, goodness. And right when I said that, I just saw a bunch of white lights above my head in my room. I look up and they're gone. That's just great. Hey, guys. They're like, yeah, we took you, mofo. What you gonna do about it? I'm just kidding. That's what I feel like the energy was. Yeah, what of it? You gonna talk more about us now? Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. Stop abducting me and I'll stop talking about it. I can't wait to see, I honestly can't wait to see our soul family, our star brothers and sisters. It's going to be so amazing. And I feel it's coming. They're going to just do the disclosure themselves. They're not going to wait for the government to decide whether or not we're ready. Only we can decide if we're ready. And we have to tell them, hey, dudes, we're ready. Space dudes, come on down. I did tell you guys that I got the picture of, I don't even know what it was, but I did get pictures of Pleiadian light ships around me. The last day or two, I can't even describe how the sky has been. It's been incredibly beautiful, but the colors, some of the colors I can't, they're beyond description. I don't know what they're even called, basically. I mean, if I say peach, orange, golden yellow mixed with white and a little bit of pink and infrared red. That still doesn't, all mixed in together. That still doesn't even describe it. Not really. It's like there's new colors in the sky that I've never seen before. And today, like, the clouds were again with the cobalt blue, the periwinkle color clouds, as well as a very, very pale baby blue colored cloud, because the sky behind it was a pale turquoise. It's like I've never seen a baby blue cloud in my life. Today, my son and I, in the morning time, the sky was beautiful and blue, and there were puffy white clouds. One was coming up, it looked like a fist raising up. With the cloud is so weird. Like a fist is raising up, like the solidarity fist, right? And then above that were dark charcoal gray clouds. And my son and I just had this energy, like we both have to go look out the window right now. We both went to the third bedroom. We went, looked out the window, and right in that moment, maybe it was in my room. I think it was my room. We were looking out that other window later. But, you know, he opened my curtains right at the moment we both were called to look out the window. And all of a sudden, this massive lightning strike. And it was sunny and beautiful. But all of a sudden, up over on the mountains, this massive lightning strike. And then followed by the thunder. It happened once, and then it was over. And we didn't hear any more. We didn't see any more lightning. It was so strange. It's just been almost undescribable. Like, I'm trying my best, and I'm not doing what I saw justice. And I knew that the colors, the golden, orangey, peachy colors that I've been seeing in the sky. I mean, have you guys ever seen an orange push-up? I don't even know if they make them anymore. I think last time I saw them, they were called the Flintstones orange push-ups. It was insane. But it was something that I had when I was a kid. It's like yogurt, but it's orange flavored. And that color, from memory, that's kind of what I'm kind of seeing. That crossed with hot pink is the color the clouds have been in the afternoon. And then the sky itself has been like a, almost a greenish yellow. Basically, if you could say the most beautiful pastel Easter egg colors you've ever seen in your life, that's what the sky is. And I mean, every possible color of an Easter egg, that's the colors of the sky all at once here. Like that little section is purple, right next to it is turquoise, right next to it's baby blue, right next to that will be pink, right next to that will literally be green, and next to that will be yellow. And it's just like a patchwork quilt sky. That's what I'm seeing. It's like a rainbow, but like a patchwork quilt. Like squares of color. I mean, I don't know if I'm seeing into the Matrix. I don't know what I'm seeing exactly. I know I've been really sick. I don't have a fever, but I feel like my body's had a fever for days and days. And even right now, I'm feeling pretty hot. And about an hour ago, I had a massive rush of more energy coming in. But even though I was feeling very, very sick yesterday more so, I woke up at 9 o'clock and I did my laundry. And what else did I do? Oh, I did dishes yesterday. Was it yesterday? I did dishes and a bunch of chores. And then today I got up and I did laundry and what else did I do? I did something else. Yeah, so since yesterday, I've been doing laundry, I've been doing dishes, today I went shopping, I did this massive stew, I've been doing the laundry, I've been doing, by laundry, I also mean like hanging things up and folding things and putting things away and, making, like it's massive to do laundry here. It's like, the dryer doesn't really work unless you use it 6 or 7 times. And so I've got to hang up everything and let it dry. And then some things that I can't do that, I put in it's just ridiculous. It's like, it's not like it's, normally it's not massive for people. They put in one machine, put in the next machine, and in two hours or less, bada boom, bada bang. For me, it's a massive ordeal. It's like an 8-hour deal. So for 16 hours, I've been doing the laundry here. just coaxing the dryer to work. When my son uses it, the clothes come out absolutely cold. When I use it, they come out warm, but not like actually totally dry yet. So there's other things I've been doing. It's like I can't believe how much energy I've had for not feeling like I had any energy. Like I've been like really propelled to do things in my home, which is pretty cool. Because normally when I feel this bad, I don't want to do anything. But today it was like I felt bad, but I was able to do stuff. And I was really grateful for that energy. I was like, thank you, God. I was kind of feeling humbled about it, actually. I was feeling humility. Like, I feel like, all right, good. Because I was really starting to panic that, I'm losing a grip, losing a handle on the house. And, it still is pretty messy. And it's just because I've been sick for 3 weeks. And my son, he's been sick for he was sick for like a week. Then he was fine for many days. And now he's been sick again for like 2 days. So it's just this cosmic energy, and he's very sensitive to it like I am. And everyone is talking about it. When you go on YouTube and you see when people are talking about the ascension or ascension symptoms or awakening flu symptoms, whatever you want to call it, everyone's saying pretty much the same thing. Plus, I'm getting emails from people and messages on Instagram and messages on Facebook. People are like, yeah, I've been feeling like crazy. My stomach has been like, yucky. Like I have 2 friends that I play this game called Word Blitz with on Messenger. And I love Word Blitz, but my biorhythms have been really far down on the mental part of the biorhythm. And my physical is starting to go up. But like I've been just like, what? Like just super, I feel dumb on this game. And I felt dumb on it when I first started playing. I'm like, I see literally no words. There's literally no words. There's like 4 words, and then my friend's like coming up with 30 words. I'm like, how? It's like a word find thing. Well, one of my friends, though, like I'll get like 300 points. I'm like, yes, in your face, right? And then he comes up with 1,000 points. And I'm like, how the hell did you find like 90 words in a minute? Like, this guy is like super, super, super smart, and he's all about the metaphysics. He meditates. He's like super spiritual, right? And I just feel like a complete moron next to this guy, right? And just like yesterday, even though I was feeling really crappy, I beat him twice. And when you play with someone on this game, it's like 3 rounds, and I played 2 or 3 full games with him. So it's like 9 times a day. Some days I play this with him. Like when I'm waiting for my computer to load, when I'm waiting for my show to upload after I've done the show for you guys. I have these moments where I just have a few extra moments and I don't want to sit idle. So I, play this game with my friend Adib, and Adib is like super, super intelligent. And I'm like, I beat him twice. Now I haven't beat a whole round with him, I don't think yet, ever. We've been playing this game for about a week. But I was like, so like, oh my God, I can't believe I beat him. Then I started worrying about him. Like, I thought, well, maybe his biorhythms are down, or maybe he got hit by this massive energy. And my other friend, he's also like, I can feel that, the other friend that I play, usually I do win against him, but lately I've been lower in my score and he's been higher. So I feel like, we're evening out a little bit. And when we first started playing, he won me every time. And then I got a little bit better. I improved, and now I'm like going back down. Anyway, so I could just see how it's affecting other people mentally is basically this stupid long diatribe about. But I don't know. It's just today I had more energy, but I slept 13 hours. And I do feel better, but I still feel yucky. Like I can't leave the house and I'm burning up. I keep getting up in the morning and opening my window because I'm so hot. I have the hottest room in the house. And I wonder, even the room next door to my room also is facing the same sun, and that room is always cool. So I think it's me, like I'm generating massive amounts of energy. And I noticed that last night, this moth, this little tiny, super adorable moth came up to me. and it crawled. I don't know why it didn't fly. It flew a little bit, and then it crawled right next to my bed, and it sat with me for like 20 hours, 21 hours. It was like 21 hours this moth was near me. It didn't want to not be near me. It just stayed with me, and it was still alive. I mean, it just flew away like a couple hours ago. And I'm like, whoa, you know. So I must be generating some kind of energy that moth super loved, or it was a message and I didn't get it. I don't know. Let's see, what else? Other people are waking up to little things. I've noticed a friend of mine who, he and I haven't talked for like 6 or 7 years, maybe 6 years. He contacted me today and he's like, so like 10 years ago, I borrowed $1,000 from a friend of yours, and I think her name is Marilyn, and I'd like to pay her back now. I've got the money. And I'm like, oh, you did? I didn't know that. We were in business together a long time ago. And then he talked trash and got out of the business. And he talked trash about the company and he left. And I'm like, that was really strange. And he was secretly in a rival business. He's just trying to talk trash to get all these people into the other business, which was crazy because the one I was in, we ended up being number one in the industry, in the world. Whereas his business, I haven't heard of it in years now, like 5 years I haven't heard about it. So, but I was like really blown away because when I found out what he had been doing, I accused him of not having integrity. And I said, it doesn't mean that I have more integrity than you, because I'm working on that in me. I'm trying really hard to have integrity, and I only want to work with people who have integrity or who are willing to work on themselves, right? And he didn't like that. We had a big fight. I had this almost the same exact argument with like 2 or 3 different people because I saw them doing things that were unethical, and it really irritated me. And I'm like, look, you know, I was raised by people that taught me how to do the questionable thing with suaveness, you know, well, it just, you know, you act like this, or you just don't say that, or you know, and I was raised without respect, and I was raised without that, how to have true integrity. So it's something that like 10 years ago, I was really working on myself. Actually longer, it's been like 14 years when I started actively learning how to live with integrity and live with ethics and live with, you know, I'm not saying I was a bad person. I was just kind of an average middle of the road person as far as this stuff is concerned. You know, like my cousin who spent a lot of time with me, she was 4 years older than me. She used to say, well, you know, you could lie and then you just play dumb. Or you just go, I don't know anything about that. Plausible deniability. You know, it was like, what? It was like, you know, and it's not like we don't see this in our leaders. I mean, Ronald Reagan was about the Iran-Contra scandal. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I remember him saying, I do not recall that. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't recall that. Deny everything. Deny, you know, plausible deniability. You know, and it's throughout the whole American society anyway. I don't know if it's throughout the whole world. I can't speak for other countries, but I saw this lack of integrity in so many people around me, and it was really irritating me. It was like, God, you know, I'm trying so hard to be a really good person here, and I'm trying to learn what it takes to be a true spiritual warrior and a real good person. And I couldn't find hardly anyone with the same kind of code of ethics, you know, like, you know, the stuff of Arcturian legend, you know, the Knights of the Round Table, the Knights, they had a code of ethics and a code of honor, and, you know, and I haven't really heard of it in modern times, you know, and, you know, I learned a lot from T. Harv Eker. I went and listened to him speak for 3 days, and that helped, and, you know, so I was like really going through, you know, on this kick, and now I'm still there, and I'm just like, that's why I'm telling you guys what I'm telling you, and I'm honest, and when I cry, I cry out loud, and I don't mind that you guys know it, because I have a sneaking suspicion that every single one of you laughs and every single one of you cries and every single one of you has gone through hard crap in your life. We've all gone through hard stuff, and I know that you've been through things that you're not proud of. You've done things you're not proud of. You've been in families that did things that embarrassed the hell out of you. And, at one point or another, everybody has peed their pants in grade school, you know what I mean? Or proverbially speaking, maybe you didn't actually do that, but things happen. I think it's happened to every kid, though, when the teacher won't let them go to the bathroom, and oh well. But I feel like, now's the time to be honest with who you are to yourself and to others, and just let the chips fall where they may, And I have been always striving for this higher thing, always. The higher vibration, the higher road, the higher listening to a higher authority. When the authorities around me were not of integrity, like police or CPS or God, just like even the national police. And I've seen things here that, or at least my, people I know have seen things here that I just don't quite want to know about, really. I love this town. We're in the safest city in South America, but it doesn't mean that things don't happen here. You know what I mean? But there's some things that we see and we just go, nope. And you don't want to go to the police about it because you don't know who's in on it. So it's almost like the old Wild West here in South America. I feel more that way in Guatemala and Mexico, though. Literally, it's like the old Wild West. The sheriff's on the take, and the sheriff, gives you hassle. Oh, you got drugs in your pocket? I need 300 pesos, ma'am. And you give them the money, and then they give you your drugs back because they don't care if you have drugs or not. It's not about the drugs. It's about the shakedown and the extortion. It's like I see the lack of integrity all over the place. But so I'm trying in a sea of lack of integrity to do the right thing always. I'm striving towards it anyway. And I think I've achieved it for the most part for the past couple of years. Finally, 100%, as far as I know. And I always ask God, am I in integrity with this? And I don't know. I think I said something to this person, and it's like 10 years it's been. And he's like, I need her phone number because I need to pay her back. I have the money now. I don't want to owe anybody anything anymore. And he won't explain why. I don't know if he's going through a 12-step program. I don't know what the story is there, but I'm like blown away in this moment. This happened about an hour ago. I got all these messages, or maybe 2 hours ago now. And he's like, I've got to go to bed, but I'll talk to you tomorrow and I'll explain everything tomorrow. And I've really, really been through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in the past couple of years. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to hear about it. I haven't even been in the States in 6 years. I mean, I was actually in Detroit for 18 months, but, I left the U.S. 6 years ago. And haven't been in any business since then, really, except for my CBD oil, which you can find if you're interested in buying the CBD. They have a lot of brand new products, and they look interesting, skincare and everything. And, they got rid of the vaping line, which I was actually promoting for a minute until all the vape things, and I have to be in integrity, so I stopped promoting it immediately. And like a week later, they stopped carrying it. They're like, no way, we're not going to be a party to this because it's obviously hurting people now. But I think most people have stopped doing the vaping things. I haven't heard much. Thank God. I have vape products in my house, and I'm like, yeah, I really liked that blueberry. Nope, I can't. It's like I've got the stuff here, and I'm like, no, it doesn't have CBD oil in it. But I actually, in my vape pen, I had actually put CBD oil myself. You know, it was like I tried to make my own stuff like a year ago before all the problems. And anyway, all right. I wanted to tell you guys some of the crazy stuff going on around the globe. I'm on the watchers.news site, and I'm looking at a satellite image of the United States, and above the South, I am seeing I'm seeing two dragons. And I don't know if you guys will see it or not. You have to really train your eyes to see it if you look really hard. It's like I could just see like these dragons emerging. One's a blue one, one's a white one. And just their heads. I don't see like a whole physical thing. Sometimes it just looks like clouds, right? And storm clouds look like clouds. And sometimes it looks like it's totally a dragon. It's so obvious. And I saw these two dragons, and one of them, they're almost like 3D images, or like someone drew a dragon's head with pencils, you know, in a 3D, like almost like popping on the page way. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm looking at it now and it's hard for me to see. And then earlier I did actually see it, and I was like, oh my God. So I see that and I feel the energy of them. The dragons are the what you call the spirits in the very high upper atmosphere, and they're shaped like dragons, but generally you don't see them, and they will start the heavy duty weather systems, like the massive storms, hurricanes and whatnot. And I see them and they're like happy because they're doing their job. They were asked by God to do their job, but this is what the job was that they did today. On Monday. And I told you we were hit by this massive shock wave of a star that went supernova. And we're going to get wave after wave, but it takes a while to reach us. And so we just got hit with another one on Monday. And this is what happened on Monday. More than 24 tornadoes hit parts of the deep south on Monday, December 16th, 2019, and it killed 3 people, at least, in Louisiana and Alabama, and left a trail of destruction in Mississippi, according to the National Weather Service. They received 37 tornado reports, but basically 24 tornadoes in that area in one day. The deadly tornadoes left several people injured in different states, as well as damaged homes and churches. 3,000 people in Mississippi were without power, and 10,000 in Louisiana were left without power as well. In Louisiana. So yeah, I'm looking at these pictures. They're huge. There's like this massive tornado, and then over to the right of it, there's a smaller tornado starting, and then to the left of it, another tornado starting. It's like massive tornadoes, and I'm looking at the aftermath damage. Like, it's unbelievable. It's just this massive storms. It's like they have like 10 different. They called it a severe outbreak. There were 37 storm reports of tornadoes, 84 wind reports where the wind was really bad, and 14 reports of like massive hail storms going on in that area. And that's according to the National Weather Service in the United States. They have various levels. They have like tornado warnings. They have tornado watch is when they think the conditions are right for tornado to begin. They have a tornado warning when they think that one has been spotted, but they're not quite sure. And then they have like the highest levels, like tornado emergency. And that's what they had on Monday, tornado emergency words. There's definite tornadoes. They're definitely on their way. Get the hell out of the way. Go to your basement, go to whatever, right? And so that was like a really crazy story that I found on the watchers.news. You know, the earth changes are just incredible. And I think that there's been no sunspots for, like, I forgot, I got to look it up. But the sunspots are like, there's none. Usually there's a sunspot. And I don't know exactly what that does, but it has something to do with the magnetic field of the sun. And so when the magnetic fields are down on Earth and down on the sun, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to even think about that. But remember what we were talking about. Now, let me tell you a couple of other things before we get more into that, though. There's a brand new one just started. Extreme weather leaves 45 million people at risk of severe food shortages in southern Africa. Oh, that would explain the high Schumann Resonance in Hululu, South Africa, if it's based on people's emotions. You know, they're really, the risk is 45 million people with severe food shortages. Now, I did remember reading that Nostradamus prediction that people will start to starve to death in the end times and even eat each other. Sorry about that, guys. I wish we could just send food over there and water and I have a friend in South Africa. I'm going to tell him how to get water out of the air, and he's working with an eco group right now, so maybe they could get the word out and they could just pull moisture out of the air. Because even in the driest desert in Peru, like the Atacama Desert, they're able to get water right out of the air because there's a dew point every day. And there's these wind cells you can put up, and it captures the moisture in the air, even if it's very little. And this fabric is such that the water will drip all the way down it, and it's in the fabric ends in a plastic tube, and then that ends in a barrel. And people in the Atacama Desert who have been just barely eating for generations now are growing green vegetables all up and down the hillside, and they have plenty of water to drink and to give their livestock and their cats and dogs, and suddenly people are happy and they're living free and normal suddenly. And so that's been a lifesaver. So I'm hoping in South Africa, that they're able to figure that out. In the White Island volcano eruption in New Zealand, the death toll has now reached 18 fatalities. So, I guess as they look, they might find even more, but hopefully not. It's like so sad, man. All right. I clicked on this ad. I'm not going to just give you the headline. I want to read the whole thing. All right. So, because I feel it, guys. I'm feeling this cosmic radiation thing. Cosmic radiation around us reaching record high levels as the sun sets the space age record for the most days without spots, without the sunspots. So it says cosmic radiation has hit the 5-year high this month and is approaching record high values as the sun sets a new space age record for spotlessness, days without sunspots. The sun's magnetic field weakens during the solar minimums, and it allows deep space cosmic radiation to flood the solar system. Cosmic radiation is increasing since 2014, when solar cycle 24 peaked, and the sun headed towards a very deep solar minimum that we're now currently experiencing. So, So in 2019, the sun has been without sunspots for 270 days, or 77% of the year without sunspots as of Monday, which is the highest number of spotless days on the sun since the space age began in 1957 with the launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union. The current solar minimum, the same as a previous one, 2008 2009, is very deep, referred to as a century class minimum. The only year with more spotless days was 1913 with 311. So, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any more information that would make sense for me to read to you guys. They're saying that the neutron monitors in Oulu are getting results similar to ours. This is Phillips. He's a scientist. Let me see where. In the Sodankila. Oh, Tony Phillips is he's a doctor who works at spaceweather.com. Yeah, Oulu is in Finland. And they're looking at all of this stuff that's happening, all the radiation and stuff that's hitting the Earth. We use X-ray and gamma ray detectors sensitive to energies in the range of 10 keV, I don't know what that means, to 20 MeV. This type of radiation, which you can also find in medical X-ray machines and airport security scanners, has increased more than 20% in our stratosphere. So it's like we are being X-rayed without it being asked. Cosmic radiation affects our planet, all life on or near it, and our electronics, among other things. For the start, people in airplanes at 39,000 feet, they receive 10 times the cosmic ray dose than people at sea level. Oh, wow. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not at sea level. I'm like at 8,000 feet above sea level. So apparently we're probably receiving more than if we were down near the ocean, I guess. But cosmic rays ionize the nitrogen and oxygen molecules in the atmosphere, which leads to a number of chemical reactions, and they are responsible for the continuous production of a number of unstable isotopes in the Earth's atmosphere, such as carbon-14. And it is postulated that cosmic radiation might have been responsible for major climate change and mass extinction in the past. According to Adrian Melot and Mikhail Medvedev, 62 million cycles in biological marine populations correlate with the motion of the Earth relative to the galactic plane and increases in exposure to cosmic rays. The research suggests that this and gamma ray bombardments deriving from local supernova could have affected cancer and the mutation rates and might be linked to decisive alterations in the Earth's climate and the mass extinctions of the Ordovician. And so, due to its effect on all biological life, cosmic radiation is one of the most important barriers standing in the way of plans for interplanetary travel by crewed spacecraft. Well, I think the Pleiadians might have something to say about that. They might have a solution for that. In addition, cosmic rays have sufficient energy to alter the states of circuit components in electronic integrated circuits, causing transient errors to occur, such as corruption data in memory devices or the incorrect performance of CPUs. So basically, it's affecting our phones and our computers. So when this current solar cycle ends and the next one begins, hopefully, cosmic radiation levels around us will stop rising and they will start falling. So it won't be as, much. So someone else, this guy Mark Mulligan, left a comment. He says there appears to be a relationship between cosmic ray storms, those from nearby nova stars, and ice ages. Yeah, I think so too. And they are saying there's been a little bit of talk about a mini ice age coming. There's been talk about our sun going mini supernova or mini nova, I suppose. I don't know. If it's going to happen. And what if we're in the fifth dimension physically by then? We won't feel it, maybe. And maybe that's how the Pleiadians can travel. Possibly. Yeah, but it is what it is. All right, I wanted to read you guys this stuff. It's so many changes and so much. The cosmic radiation. I don't know. I feel like almost like a can't breathe feeling in my chest. Like I do when I get an x-ray, and that's what's been happening to us. I'm surprised we're not glowing in the frickin' dark, to be honest. Okay, it's not that bad, but it feels like it. Like for days it's been feeling like that to me. Like, why are we not glowing in the dark? The Schumann Resonance today is only 10 in Italy. It's very low. Let's see here. Then again, maybe it didn't load when I told it to load. Oh yeah, basically calm. Many consecutive days of complete calm are not common. Yeah, that's fact. It's not common. It's been many days in a row since we got bombarded with all this. Even the space weather, though, it says that we're not being bombarded by solar anything. Like the sun is doing nothing. There was something the other day I wanted to tell you that they found stars that are not much warmer than a cup of coffee. Stars. And then they found stars that are cold, like ice stars. Did I even read that to you guys? I know I heard about it and I was like blown away by it, but I didn't. It was on Suspicious Observers a few days ago. And I forgot to mention it, I think. I don't know. I had a massive timeline shift the other day. I think might have been 2 days ago now. I'm losing memory issues. I'm having memory issues since all of this stuff started hitting us on Monday. Wow. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys about South Africa. At 2:00 on the 16th, Monday, they were at 353 hertz frequency. They had a massive peak, and then they had another minor peak at 303 at 2100 hours yesterday, which is Monday, right? Right. It was just yesterday. See, I'm having memory issues. God, I thought that was like 3 days ago already. It will be messing with your concept of time. It will be messing with your memory. This is just massive. It's just making me laugh because it's insane how massive this was. The next one's going to hit on the 21st. Which is going to be bigger than the one yesterday. And it just feels like it's been 3 days already. By the time Christmas rolls around, it's going to feel like a year from now. Oh my God. All right. I don't know. Yeah, it was only 2 days ago I was abducted. I don't even know what they did. I'm looking around my room for the lights to light up again. All right. No. Okay, everything. I don't even know who took me. I really don't. I know when Michael Sherahan and the Palladians take me, they don't really take me. I guess I just kind of pop up on their ship and then they show me around and they show me stuff and they teach me how to use the controls in the ship. It's super fun. I love going to visit them. And then they hang out. They're just really cool people and they like to talk and socialize. They're very sweet, very sociable. But I don't know who gave me this thing on my hand, and I don't know if it's going to last, but I felt a lot of timeline hopping. I haven't heard from Jude in 3 days. Maybe it's only been 2 days, but it feels like forever that I've heard from Jude now. So I'm worried about him. He was up for 3 days during the full moon. He's very affected by the full moons, and he always has been. It always makes him stay up for 3 days in a row. He can't sleep, and then he has 3 days in a row, which pretty much all he does is sleep. And I don't get affected by that so much, but I also don't spend a lot of time out in the moon during the full moons either. I do spend as many moments as possible in the sun, though. Not in the sun, but standing in front of the sun, in the morning. If I wake up, even if it's early, I wake up and I stand for 2 or 3 minutes with my window open. And South American sun is frickin' strong, so it's been very strong lately. But okay, at least bright. Strong, maybe not so much, but bright. And we might just be heating up from the cosmic. My friend just started a new company called Biobao, BIOBAU. So if you guys want to move down here, and he's building these houses they're like dome homes, and they're really, really, really beautiful. And he just started this company. He's a designer. He's a super talented person. And anyway, I told him I would promote BioBow. BioBow. It sounds like BioBow. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. All right. California started off at midnight at 53 hertz frequency and just went up to 54 by 5 a.m. And now I'm having massive tinnitus in my right ear. So annoying. Hofu, Saudi Arabia, still at a flat line, 0 all the way across the page. In Lithuania, they started off at 99 hertz frequency at midnight, and by 5 a.m. they were at 97. In Alberta, Canada, they start off at 18 hertz frequency on the Schumann Resonance scale, but by 5 a.m. they were to 0. 0 in Alberta. Northland, New Zealand, start off at 94 hertz frequency, and they went up to 118 by 5 a.m. hertz frequency. There was another, like a higher peak in Alberta, Canada. They were at 99 at 1700 hours on the 15th, and they've been steadily going down since then as far as the hertz frequency is concerned. Now in Hululu, South Africa, I told you where they were, way the hell up there. They were at 353, and then they had another peak at 336. They dipped down to 292 and then went back up at 2100 hours to 303. But at midnight today, they were at 249 hertz frequency on the Schumann Resonance scale, and by 5 a.m. they were down to 219. No, I'm sorry. They went down to 219 at 4 a.m. and then they went back up to 220. So they're back up on an upswing. So at 5 a.m. they were at 220. So I have a feeling it's going to go up again. I think it's because people are worried over there. That would make a lot of sense, right? I should find out what part of South Africa Hululu is. And I feel like the Schumann Resonance affects us when we're near, like the local Schumann Resonance affects us, or we affect it. Right? We don't really know. All right, I'm going to go to the Foundation for Inner Peace now, acim.org. Lesson 189. I feel the love of God within me now. I feel the love of God within me now. There is a light in you the world cannot perceive, and with its eyes you will not see this light, for you are blinded by the world. Yet you have eyes to see it. It is there for you to look upon. It was not placed in you to be kept hidden from your sight. This light is a reflection of the thought we practice now. To feel the love of God within you is to see the world anew, shining in innocence, alive with hope, and blessed with perfect charity and love. And then it goes on to say, who could feel fear in a world such as this? And later it says, this is the world the love of God reveals. So in spite of all the stuff that's going on, just focus on that love. I feel the love of God within me now. You know, you are the Savior of the world. And if the only thing you ask God for now is perfect peace of God inside you, and then you feel the love of God within you, everything's going to be okay. In spite of all the things that are going on in the world, with the earth changes, we're changing too, and we are doing it. We've done it. We entered this final portal for the decade, right? And probably in the 21st is going to be another something massive. Then there's Christmas, and then the day after Christmas is a solar eclipse. We're having some massive, massive things going on. We are already making that final push to go to the fifth dimension physically. We should be there, I think, by February 22nd, 2020. which would be 22222. Oh my God. It almost sounds like a weapon on Star Wars. Pew, 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 2222. I have a feeling that's going to be like the massive, massive, massive. God's telling me now April 4th, 2020 will be 444. Everything will be complete by then. That's what he's saying. If not way before. All right, guys. I'm going to channel the Arcturians, and they are with me. Okay, I'm asking them, are you guys the ones of light? No, they said no, that wasn't us. I really don't know who abducted me, but I have these cool ass scars on my hand. They're very light and shallow, hard to see, but I saw them and I was like, oh my God. They're like symbols. Usually my scars are just normal, but these are symbols. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. Looked at the clock and it had 55:11. That means something to some of you. Look it up on angel numbers. All right. Today's the 17th again. That's a good angel number to look up. All right. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to be channeling for you the Arcturians. On what topic? I honestly don't know, but we'll find out after this. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's high time you did. It is the absolute easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's absolutely free. Second of all, they have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. You guys have known that I've been doing this for 8 months using the Anchor.fm app right on my cell phone, and I have done it everywhere, right? I have recorded this in my living room, my bedroom, little cafes in Quito, Ecuador, all over Cuenca. It's so absolutely easy to make your podcast, and editing is just a snap. Anchor also will distribute your podcast for you, and it took me about 2.5 months to become syndicated, and now I'm available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more, and so can you. You can make money from your podcast also, and there's no minimum requirement. You get paid from your very first listener. It is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So please, if you are interested in making a podcast of your very own, do not hesitate to start with Anchor. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Metaphysical Soul Speak is run on sponsors and listener support. This means listeners like you. If you are so inclined to support my efforts and my little podcast, please visit me at anchor.fm/metaphysical and pledge an amount of your choosing today. Thank you. All right, guys, before we get into it, I want you guys to send love and light and say prayers and send good vibes to Prasad from India, who just wrote me a really lovely letter. He's opening up spiritually. He's going through this awakening, but he feels alone, surrounded by false gurus in India. There are some good ones and some bad ones. He doesn't know what to do, and he needs guidance. So if you guys could just send him blessings and love to go his way. He just found me through my Babaji episode, where I was channeling Mahavatar Babaji, who is my spiritual master and guru, and who's been alive. He's been alive like 4,000 years, which is so awesome. I feel like I could barely manage the 51 I've been alive, so I mean, oh my God, can you imagine 4,000 years? I'm sure he doesn't look a day over 100 years old either. I'm just kidding. He probably doesn't look a day over 35. That's when his ascension began. I think he was in his 30s, so he still looks amazing. But, and by the way, we're not gonna age after January or February. We will probably reverse it. My hair is looking redder every day. Woo! Thank you, God, for that. I'm so happy. I had a venting dream a few days ago. My hair was like white again. I'm like, dude, not fair. But woke up, it's still red. Thank you. It's like the least of my worries, like for real, because I could always dye it. But still, it was just one little thing that shows me we're not all going crazy. This is real stuff, guys. The ascension is real. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to awaken next year, and you're not going to feel so alone. If you feel alone right now, just take it to heart that next year is going to be better. People are going to be so awake, and you're going to be like, oh my God, finally, dude, I've been telling you for like 3 years already. Oh, this stuff is real. They're going to call you with stuff that you told them like 3 years ago. And you're going to be like, uh-huh, But you can't honestly believe this stuff until it happens to you. And then you're like, oh, this is a real thing. Cool. We didn't know that, but we know that now. I've been drinking a lot of tea and water, and my lips are super chapped in spite of that, and I have a split lip. Again, this happened a few weeks ago, and here it is again. I wanted to do a quick report before we get into the channeling. Ariel, my new friend, she's a listener from Oregon, she just wrote and confirmed. So I want to say thank you to you, Ariel, for this. Ariel, you are 100% right with the energy shifts of feeling super, super hot out of nowhere, and then super, super tired out of nowhere, and then waking up super refreshed with energy, but then all of a sudden at the same time feeling like you're super freaking restless, and nothing sounds good. Nothing sounds good to eat. Nothing sounds good to do. You flip through all the availability on Netflix because you don't have enough energy to do anything else but watch TV or movies, and nothing sounds good, and you just go from back and forth, and you stop, and you just can't do anything. You can't function. You can't focus on anything. Sleeping all day long, and then in the night, you're like wide awake until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or even longer. And then you're just like, when it's super hot here it's super hot. When the sun is like beaming through the curtains like they don't exist. Like really dark eggplant purple curtains. And usually it keeps the light out. And this past year, it's been insane. And like the first 6 months here wasn't that bright, and now it's like super bright. And we're like, it's like I'm not even able to sleep until the morning, and I'm like, finally. And then it gets so hot in here that I can't stand it. I'm like in an oven. Parameters. It's the parameters. But like the phone's charging super, super rapidly, but also losing battery super, super rapidly. My keyboard wouldn't work on my phone, and I had to download an upgrade. Thank God I figured it out. I couldn't even put the description of the show to do it. I had to use 2 different electronic devices yesterday just to get the show out on time. It wasn't even on time. It was like an hour late because I couldn't figure it out. And, and then I finally did. And tonight I'm late because I'm burning up. For about 2 hours before I started, I felt like I was wearing a very tight baseball cap. And I wasn't wearing a hat at all. And in fact, it's still feeling like I'm still having a hat on. And it's my 7th chakra is like really, really, really active. When I touched my forehead to open up my third eye just now, and I said Ki Sha 3 times, I felt like a shock wave go out in every direction. I feel like it was 360 miles in every direction, my third eye. And it was cobalt blue energy shooting out of my third eye. Never have I experienced that, and that just happened like a few minutes ago. Even though I was sick, and I keep trying to imagine in my A chakra lighting up like a sun above me to help burn out the sickness in my body. And I've been connecting to all 12 chakras. And when I go to sleep, I connect to all 12 chakras. I've been sleeping with ice for 2 nights, like on like an ice pack right from the freezer, directly on my skin, on my either I'll put it on my hips or the base of my spine, or on my neck at the base of my brain. And both things, it's like I barely, today when I put the ice on the base of my brain, it melted this solid frozen thing of ice. It melted it in 10 minutes. It was just a floating ice cube inside the plastic bottle in like 10 minutes. It was like half of the ice was melted in 10 minutes. That's how hot I was. I don't know if it's a radiant energy. I don't know what this is. I think it's a cosmic energy. So if you guys are feeling really strange, like you've just been x-rayed a whole bunch, you have. And if you feel weird, like what the hell's wrong with my phone battery, that's what. All the anomalies that are happening around you. And people that are stubbornly refusing to wake up, they will be awake next year. Don't panic. All right. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up because, but we have to help all of our brothers and all of our sisters, all of our soul family. Pray for everybody, but especially send extra love and light to Ariel and her husband. They're going through a hard time, as well as Prasad. And then I have some other friends who are doing really wonderful, so I'm really glad. So things are starting to come together for everybody. I feel like it's coming together for me. It's going to anyway. I feel it. It's just right around the corner. It's like, But I just wanted to bring you more energy updates. That restless feeling, like you want to, but you don't feel like it, but it's like you're so tired you can't do anything, but you're so restless because you're so upset. Like, I know for me, I want to go out and do some Christmas shopping for my son. I want to go downtown and do a few things. I got a few things I want to go buy. Like, I want to have Superior coffee for Christmas Day. I want to have steaks for Christmas Day. And, my son's like, well, he wanted something else for Christmas. He's like, let's make a turkey. I'm like, I don't have $100 to buy a turkey. They're very expensive here. But I'm like, we could buy a really big chicken and sage it like it's a turkey. And so he's like, all right, let's do that. So we're trying to come up with our Christmas menu, which is always a fun thing we do every year because we like to cook together. And I'm going to try to make cranberry sauce and all that. But it's like I keep thinking about all that stuff and that restless energy. So I wanted to let you guys know, take 10 minutes out of this second half of the show to tell you guys that you're not going crazy. Other people are experiencing the same exact thing, like feeling like head cold and then stomach flu, or stomach flu and then a head cold, feeling super, super sick and then super better, but then also restless and tired, even if you're not sick. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm getting the pulsating sensation in my third eye, as well as my crown. I felt like I had like a heavy, tight hat on for like 2 hours tonight. Like, almost like I had a really tight, I don't know if you guys ever put a sweatband on your head in the 70s, if you're old enough to remember that. Like what tennis pros wear, and then everyone else wore to look like they're like tennis pros or physical, like whatever. It was like a thing, a really stupid trend that went around for a while. I felt like I had a really tight band around my head, and I still do. I'm feeling it now. It's like, whoa. And if I move, it moves with me, but it's heavy. Or almost like a Las Vegas showgirl with the massive headdresses that they wear. The beautiful headdresses are massive. They're like 2 or 3 feet tall with fruit on them, or frou-frou, or giant feathers. I feel like I have one of those on right now. and I'm burning up. I'm like sweating, but if I touch my skin, I feel cold at the touch, but I feel like I'm burning up. Like if I put that, it's radiation, I swear. It's cosmic radiation. Anyway, here we go with 11 minutes of this now. 11. All right. All right. So I have already been connected to the Arcturian Council. I don't know exactly what they're talking about, what they're going to speak on, but I trust them. And we're already connected. I am an indirect telepath. So if I don't think I hear something right, or I feel like I need to backtrack and use a different word or something, if I'm not hearing something right, I use muscle testing, kinesiology. I've got my pendulum here if I really need something else to figure out what the hell they're saying, and if I don't figure it out myself. But I don't allow anyone to take over my body, so that's why I do it the way I do it. But I will present the information in the way that they present it to me. So if they talk like this, I will talk like this. And if they talk a different way, I'll talk a different way. So when my voice changes, it's because I'm relaying to you the way they're telling it to me. It's how I hear it from them. So sometimes it's different than other times, but that's just the way it goes. All right, I'm going to take a couple deep breaths. Am I connected? Muscle testing says yes. Arcturian Council, you're here. Okay. Hello, Arcturian Council. I feel your presence. Oh, they're bringing me a breezy energy. They're flowing that like a coolness. Thank you, guys. I really needed that. I'm feeling like I'm burning up. They're sending me this cool crystal blue energy right now. Thank you. I feel refreshed. I'm like starting to feel cold, like I just dived into a pool. Thank you, guys. I really needed that. All right, so go ahead and begin your transmission. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to be connecting with you in these moments. These are brilliant times and brilliant moments for all of humanity. When we say brilliant, this is a little bit of a play on words because we understand you have been bombarded by the space radiation that is coming in, and we know because we see it, and we have seen many of the people in the fifth dimension bringing this extra energy and extra light and beaming it towards your way through the portal that is your sun, as well as from different various points in the cosmos. They are beaming this energy towards you because it will help you grow faster and go up quicker into the fifth dimension. And so you are being beamed out from many different areas. We ourselves are not doing this, but it is the Illyrians, the Andromedans, the Pleiadians, different various groups that are there to help you. We all have our own roles in our assistance of you. For us, the Arcturians, we are giving you our advice, our love. We're always blanketing your world with the energy of our pure divine love to the best of our ability, because we consider you as our kin. You are our space family or soul family, or whatever words you wish to take into your being to accept us better, because we accept you as if you are our very own family. Indeed, it's because you are. This energy is going into your body, and you are feeling a great deal of white energy, and it's like a white blanket of snow, but it does not feel cold. It feels hot and radiative and radioactive at some times, and that is what lends itself to that restlessness feeling that you are getting in this moment. we wish to alleviate that energy from you, just ask us and you will receive the relief energy from us while receiving still the benefits of the radiation. They're having me do physical light language. So I'm doing gestures while I'm doing this now. So I'm okay. They're trying to give me this coolness energy because I'm burning up with this radiation energy. All right. And they want me to do this other thing. So I'm doing this like light language, but it's like a hand motions, hand movements. You're going to receive the light codes. That's what they're telling me. We are sending you all the downloads and the light codes for receiving the energy much more rapidly. And also you need to receive the energy in a way in which it is utilizable. When we give this energy to you, when we send this decoder ring of the soul, if you will, you would be able to use the energy in a much more fantastical way, and you will be healed of all diseases soon. You will be healed of all mental anomalies soon. You will be healed. They're having me do this thing with my hands, so I'm doing that in conjunction with their words. So you will be healed of all of the mental aberrations and emotional aberrations in your body, physical and body, mental, body, spiritual and astral, on all the astral planes. You are going to be cleared. And when we say healed, we mean cleared. You are, as diamonds, becoming clear with much spiritual clarity to take what you heard from Prime Creator the other day. We heard that episode because we listen in all the time. They're saying we're sorry we're eavesdropping on you, but we hope you don't mind. No, I don't mind because I love you guys and I feel your energy and thank you for your healing all the time. That is what we are here for. We are here to heal and help all of humanity in these moments. We wish to send you peace. We wish to send you motion of moving forward. We wish to send you the rocking energy, the motion of the ocean. It's like a rocking wave energy. We want you to feel the pulsation of that. When you feel it, it's going to relieve and alleviate the symptoms that you are now getting from the supernova, from the cosmos, and this rocking wave energy motion. It's going to calm you down and make you less restless, but also give you more physical energy. We are doing this for you because we see many of you suffering with this. We see many of you trying to struggle through your days with this. We see that you are in need of that relief. So we are sending you a cosmic aspirin. And they were telling me while they're having me say that, guys, they were telling me to say it like that because that is sending the waves of healing energy to you. There are light codes in these words. There are energy in this transmission that is beyond the words that you hear with your physical ears. They are sending the light codes and the waves, and they're sending me all of these images that are beautiful of the ocean, glittering like a million diamonds, and yet it does not hurt my eyes because it's the energy that we're receiving. They're sending it to me. I'm sending it to you. You should be receiving it shortly if you haven't already. We want to let you know that you are getting the energy, even if you cannot feel it or decipher it. If you are feeling cooler and less hot in this moment, you know it is working. Okay, very good. We wish for you to take one moment to just connect with your higher source, your higher self, your soul, whatever word you wish to call it. Go ahead and connect with that now. Say out loud, I wish to connect with my higher guidance right now. I wish to connect with my God right now, or whatever your name for God is. I wish to connect to my higher self right now. I wish to connect to my holy guardian angel right now. I wish to connect to my spiritual healing team right now. I wish to connect to my spiritual team right now. Take a couple deep breaths. And then say these words. I wish for all of you to please help me weather this cosmic storm. Thank you for helping me to ascend in my physical form. That is the end of what they wish to say for that part. Okay. Anything else you guys want to add to that? Okay, good. All right. The calm and gentle breeze energy that you feel right now. It's one of our gifts to you, and it's one of our gifts that we have received from the Prime Creator. This is something that we give to you gently and freely and openly, because we wish for you to feel the veil lift slowly at the level and at the speed in which you can handle. We say that very slowly because even though you think you can handle it, there's a lot more behind that curtain than you even know about. So ask for the veil to lift at a pace that is right for you. They're saying that, guys. I opened my eyes and I saw 3 fairies flying through my room. Just little tiny blips of energy, white fairies. 5. There's another one. 4 or 5. I see them all over now. All right, I'm going to close my eyes again, but I feel them. I love you guys. Hi, fairies. All right. Oh, I'm like burning up still. My legs. Okay. I'm trying so hard. I'm like moving everything around. All right. So yeah, they're making me exercise while I'm doing this. So I'm doing these light codes with my hands. They're sending you guys energy. Oh, that was so nice. Okay. We are sending you filament energy of little fine silvery filaments. And they are very high above your head. Imagine them going below your feet as you rise above into the 5th dimension. We wish for you to feel these filaments below your feet from now on. They are like silvery pathways, lighting your everydays. They are bringing you to a place of joy. What you call is the heaven on earth in your current day. I hear maxims and idiomas, which is idiomas means like languages in Spanish. I just heard like a bunch of maybe words in different languages at once. They said, yes, you got it. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm like really confused for a second. These silvery lines are what connect you to everyone on the planet, and you will learn to immediately love, appreciate, and understand the energy of everyone on the planet, because that is what the fifth dimension brings people into a unity. And all you have been hearing are words like, we all are one, you are unified, we are in unison, there's going to be unity, but you didn't understand what that meant, and we want to go over that for the rest of our time together this evening. In our way of looking at this, from our perspective, from the 9th dimension down, sometimes we find ourselves in the 11th dimension. Depends on which of us you are looking at or talking to. Just like some of your earth people are still stuck in 3D, some of your earth people are high up in the 9th dimension. Some of your earth people are in the 7th dimension. Many, 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 if not most of you, are in the 5th dimension for the most part. You are there mentally. You can visually see into the 5th dimension when you see the beautiful colors of the skies. When you see the energy that no one else sees. They look at the sky and they go, what are you looking at? They don't get it. If they saw the colors you saw, they would stop and take a pause and then take a bow before the beautiful nature, before Mother Nature herself, because your world is very, very beautiful and bright in the 5th dimension. If you see that, you wait till you see the 7th dimension, but that's for another day. The filaments, the silver filaments that will be below your feet, they are like wires that connect you to everyone and everything. Now, okay guys, I'm seeing them as perpendicular lines, like filaments, but they're like silver wires running, like from, like, if I'm gonna say from my own body, straight ahead, almost like really skinny stripes, like pinstripe suit, and just going all like in every, like in to the right and to the left of me, but straight ahead. It's like, you know, I guess if my feet are forward and you could see a line going out from every toe, and it's silver, and it's glowing silver, beautiful, brilliant silver, and I see it spaced out evenly, straight ahead of me in lines, infinity to the right, infinity to the left, around the whole globe. That's the image they're giving me. All right, cool. Okay, guys, continue. And now, are the filaments crossing? No, they say the filaments are going straight ahead. But funny that they go with you straight ahead. These are like your own filaments, and when you meet others and your filaments align, you understand their heart. You feel their energy field. If you had your eyes closed and you have previously met these people, you would know who was standing in front of you, because you are going to start to recognize everybody's energy signature. Everybody's has a heartbeat, like a fingerprint. Everyone's heartbeat is different. Everyone's energy signature is different, and this is a new thing. When these filaments are aligned in you, you're going to start to feel the energy signature of everyone around you. You will feel if someone is walking behind you, if someone is coming towards you. You're going to be able to determine in time the height and the weight and the species. So if it's a cat or a bird or a dog coming your way, you're going to be able to determine that based on the electrical energy and the magnetical energy from these filaments that are beneath your feet. That's the 5th dimension. That is a part of the unity consciousness, because you are physically unified with each other now. Whereas before it was kind of a metaphor. You're breathing the same air that Jesus or Genghis Khan breathed. You're breathing the same energy, the same air that the dinosaurs breathed. And it seems like one of those philosophical and maybe even whimsical ideas of unity, but it didn't seem maybe 100% real, even though it is more than 100% real. It's a closed environmental system you live in. So from a scientific standpoint, it is real, but it seemed always kind of airy or flighty or not 100% in alignment with your actual reality. It's more of a whimsy or a philosophical argument or a statement. And so the unity was never truly felt in the third dimensional world. And now that you're in the 5D and physically moving into and upward into the 5D, and this cosmic radiation is propelling you by leaps and bounds faster and faster into the fifth dimension. And as you go up there, you're going to be more and more aware of the filaments. Your feet are going to feel hot, like they are glowing, and you're going to feel the lines on your feet. It's not going to last. It's not going to feel hot. You're not going to have the hot foot feeling for the rest of your life, so don't worry or panic over that, but it's going to be a while to get used to it, up to 3 weeks, probably less for most people. So don't be upset. Feel the electricity in the bottoms of your feet right now. Do you feel the electricity running in your feet? Do you feel the magnetism, the magnetical and the electrical energy and the electromagnetic combination of the two. This is the mother and the father unifying as one beneath your feet. You're going to become aware of that more than ever before. You guys, my feet feel very tingly and glowy right now. Looking at my feet, they look normal. They don't look, I'm actually starting to see a glowing energy around the bottom of my feet, like a prana aura feeling. Very interesting. Okay, what else, guys? We want to know more. You're going to start to feel that electrical energy in your feet. And when your lines intersect with other beings' lines, you're going to be acutely aware of their presence. You're going to become in sympathy with those around you, but you're only going to draw those around you that are already in sympathy with you. We spoke of this before in the idea of groups of people will come together that think a lot alike. Groups of people will come together that have similar interests, similar vibrations, similar ways of living and being in the world. Think of the ideas of yoga communities or vegan communities. Some of you have suddenly turned to veganism or vegetarianism in spite of your best efforts to not be that. Some of you are finding yourselves eating in a different way suddenly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your bodies are changing. Your lives are changing. Your unique energetic blueprints are changing because you are growing into the blueprint that is your 12-strand DNA genetic self in the fifth dimension. Some of you are noticing that your shape of your body is different. Hair color, eye color is changing. You'll notice that your skin is more rainbow crystalline shapes are in your skin when you look at them under a microscope. You have the microcrystalline rainbow energy vibration, and you could see the rainbows in your skin with your physical eyes. In the coming weeks, you're going to believe that your eyes are deceiving you and that your ears are lacking clarity in their hearing as you adjust to the energy levels and the vibration and the new sights and the new sounds of the fifth dimension. We say it in a high-pitched voice so that you don't forget it. When you hear it, when you see it, you will know it is the fifth dimension. Okay, they're showing me something to do with the heart. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Tell me more. On a heart level, when you are in conjunction or near somebody who does not resonate with you, it's going to feel painful. And when you are near somebody who is more in alignment with who you are, you're going to feel a rush of excitement and brilliance. And it's going to feel physically bright. Hopefully that will make sense to you in a few weeks. It'll make more sense. You're going to feel like a burst. They're showing me, guys, like a burst of a star, like a starburst, not like the candy, but like a pulsar wave coming from your heart chakra out. Like just almost like fireworks coming out of your heart chakra. And they will feel this fireworks coming out of their heart chakra. That's what the energy they're showing me. Okay, explain this to us, guys. It's almost like a pulsar wave coming out of your heart, as if your heart is now a star. This is going to feel the same way for other people. And when you meet people that are in alignment with you, it's going to feel so good, like a mass celebration. What about our twin flames? Is it going to do the same thing? Oh yes, but it's going to feel like pink fireworks. And it's going to feel more like an up and down your spine fireworks. In every chakra, in every section of your spines are going to feel in alignment with each other, like rigid magnets slamming together. That's going to be the energy. It's going to be powerful and overwhelming, because when you're meeting in the fifth dimension as opposed to the third, the energy is more palpable. The energy is more brilliant, and it's easier to feel energies as you move up into a higher dimensional world. In the third dimension, there's so much density that it's hard to determine and decipher energies, and you think that it was just a whim or a figment of your imagination, whereas in the fifth dimension, you're going to know it's energy, and you're going to be able to decipher it, read it like a book. You are going to feel energies, and you are going to start to live from the heart and from all of the chakras. You're going to start to feel and live by the energetic vibrations and forms that everything around you is projecting. You have almost like a sonar waves around you, and you're going to energetically feel it and know it and even hear it. Almost like the supersonic hearing that dolphins have. These are some of the goodies that you have in your fifth dimensional welcome basket that you will be receiving. They're saying, we're not the fifth dimensional welcome wagon, we're the 9th and to 11th dimensional welcome wagon, but we're telling you, you have a bag of energetic goodies coming your way. And we're so excited for you. We are very pleased that we have been able to come to you in these moments and give you our energy, give you our love, give you our powerful advice. And they just made a joke because they said powerful. And when they said power, they were showing me the electric lines in the feet and the pulsar energy waves from our hearts. by the way, we want to let you know you have already been and always have been multidimensional beings, and the energy that's pulsating out from your hearts that you're going to be able to decipher now has always been there. All of these energies have always been there in your higher dimensional self. You are multidimensional beings, and you are going to become more and more aware of that as the hours pass, the days pass, the weeks pass, and the next 2 to 3 months pass. We will come back and talk to you when the timing is right. We talk through many different people with many different messages. And they're kind of showing me every channel is different, and I know this is true. Even the energy of different channels is different. All right. And all right, just show me like a pyramid. It's an isosceles pyramid, very tall and skinny. Skinny at the base and tall. What is this? This is a pyramidal form. Okay, they're showing me it's like a purple. Deep indigo purple. Like almost like this eggplant on my curtain almost. Okay, but it's a deep purple, and they said, think about this, the base of which is at your third eye, and the top of it which is at your 12th chakra. And that's going to help set... Wait, did you say set on fire? Yeah, they did. I'm getting muscle testing says yes. They said set on fire your Merkaba. They're saying not actual literal fire. They're saying fire because it is referring to the masculine energetic form of electricity. So it's a dark purple, which is the feminine magnetic energy, and I'm getting a yes for muscle testing. So the feminine energy is the dark purple, and the masculine energy is like the energy of focusing on that and setting the electrical wave pulse from your third eye at the base of that, and then it's the isosceles triangle to your 12th chakra. And that's going to be the tip of your Merkaba. And it's going to start to pulsate, and wow, I feel the energy of it. I just did what they said. They said basically you just focus on it. Like an isosceles triangle. Does it have 3? Okay, so it's like an isosceles triangle pyramid with 3 sides to the base. Oh, that's true then. Okay, good. All right. So they're saying, and that it's flat in front if you're a female, with the point going towards the back, and if you're male, it is pointing out, and the flat part going in the back of your head. If you were going to look at a 3-sided triangle, you just make your hand into a triangle with your fingers pointing out. If you are a male, that's exactly, you put it directly on your head. If you're female, then you turn your hands upside down with your thumbs down and put that on your head like that, and that will give you a visualization. And it starts at the level of your third eye, and then it goes straight up like an isosceles triangle pyramid, and it is like an eggplant purple, which is the magnetic energy, is that color. And then imagine the electricity being added to it, almost like it's pulsating, glowing from within. That's going to activate your spirit light body, your Merkaba. And they're saying that will help you get there faster and easier. It's going to ease the tension of moving physically into the 5th dimension. That's what they're telling me. Okay. Are you guys wanting to say any more words? They're saying yes. All right. We are grateful and thrilled that we can be a part of your journey these days. Thank you for listening to us and allowing us into your world, even though many of you think of this as maybe not being real or flights of fancy, as many other parts of spirituality oftentimes seem to be. You're only going to know when you look inside your heart and you align with your higher self and your soul what is real. Pray, meditate, whatever you need to do to be in alignment with your soul. We ask that you do that today and every day. Don't forget what we just taught you about activating your Merkaba. This is not information that has been put out. So basically new information coming from us. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys for doing this on my show. Woo, so cool. Thank you. I'm happy about that. And he said, we will be giving other pieces of the puzzle around the globe to other people. Eventually all the pieces will come together and you're going to see the greater picture. Now we are going to go. We are the Arcturian Council, and we are happy and grateful that you have allowed us to connect with you. And then now they're saying, we are sending you pulsars of peace from our minds, our hearts, and our souls to yours. We are always here. We are never far. Just call upon us and ask us to join with you and help you in your direst moments when you feel that you cannot take it anymore. We shall be here. They are bowing to you, and I feel them sending an electrical pulse wave of white light towards us. And magnetic too, they said. Okay, it's like a balance. Oh, okay, and then a magnetic pulse wave is silver. Good, that's really helpful to know that, actually. Magnetic is mother, and silver also relates to female, and white can be very masculine and male feeling, so very cool. All right, so they're bowing to me, I'm bowing to them. Love you guys, thank you for being on the show. They said, as always, you're very welcome. All right, well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. More wild energy. More wild messages. That's cool. I'm going to start doing this eggplant purple pyramid thing. Remember, if you're a woman, you put your hands in a pyramid in front of you where you touch your thumbs together and your index finger together. And you keep all your fingers together so all your fingers will touch, like your little finger, your ring finger, and your middle finger all touch. And you make a triangle shape. And if you are a man, you lift it up and you put it on your head like a hat. And with your pinky fingers touching your forehead. And if you're a female, you put you do it the opposite, where what's touching your forehead is your thumb. If you put your hands like this, you'll see what I mean. All right, and then from there, it's way up to your 12th chakra. It's very tall, like a purple conical. It's not a conical hat though. It's like a pyramid, isosceles triangle. Because they're very small at the bottom and tall. Anyway, that's what they showed me. And that's what's going to help to activate our Merkaba. So, hey. And that's cool. So that's good to know. It's good information. All right, guys. Well, I can't really say anything that's going to top that. So I certainly did not expect any of that. That was cool. All right. So we are I'm still asking you, we have less than a week now. If you have any miracle stories surrounding Christmas, Hanukkah, any of the days, they're holy or, magical, the solstice, any miracle stories that you have, I want to read them on the air. If not, just send me in your predictions for the new year. Have you had any flashes or intuitions or dreams or anything that indicates new and exciting changes for 2020? And we have 2 weeks before we need to have those in. So please send in your predictions. We'll do a prediction show for the new year if I get any. If I get enough. I've been feeling next year we're going to get a lot more because the show is still so new. And anyway, we're coming up on the end of season 1. And season 2 will begin on New Year's Day in 2020. Oh, I can't. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. All right. Thank you guys for being on this crazy spiritual ascension journey with me. I cannot believe we're all alive and we're all brave that we decided to come and go through this insanity. It's only going to be insanity until everyone wakes up and then everyone's going to go, this is totally real. But right now we're the ones that look crazy. But we're not. I assure you, darlings, we are 100% on our way up. Physically, we are already mentally and emotionally and spiritually, astrally, we're already up there in the 5th dimension. But physically, we are moving up now. So thank you for being on the journey with me. It's freaking incredible and fantastical for sure. I'm happy about it. All right, I'm going to go drink some water. I'm feeling hot again. Now that they've left, I'm feeling hot again. And I was feeling these waves of cool breeze energy. I felt fantastic, like I was standing on the beach when they were here. So if you feel too hot, maybe ask them, say, Arcturians, help me with this energy. Help me get rid of this hotness. I mean, even if you don't feel hot, you're still going to get the benefit of the cosmic radiation. But, just be careful. My son and I were talking about making a Faraday cage for getting a 10-minute break every now and again from the energy. We're wondering if that would happen, if that would help. Anyway, well, that's pretty much all I got to say about all that. I love you guys. Thank you for listening, and thank you for promoting the show to your Instagram and your Facebook, and liking, subscribing, favoriting, whatever it's called on the podcast app or player or platform that you use. Thank you for sharing this show with people who are just starting to wake up, because they could go back to the beginning of the season and check out anything that appeals to them, because that will be the information they need to hear for that moment. Just thank you for sharing it all. That's it. It's 4:44 a.m. 4:44. That's fantastic. Oh my God. That's what God said at the beginning of the show. Right. By April 4th, everyone will have physically ascended that's going to. All right. Well, there it is. Okay. That's it. I'm going to sign off now, guys, with peace and joy and the high vibes of the holy 5th dimension. Until next time, peace. Do you ever wish you could look into the next chapter in your book of life and see what's coming next? What does the universe have in store for you? I can help you with that. I will give you a Celtic cross reading, which is 10 cards, or you can ask me 3 questions, and I use 3 cards per question. So that's 9 cards, or I can channel your higher guidance or maybe God directly for you. Maybe you want to talk to your dear departed Aunt Edna, because maybe you have a few questions and she was the smartest person you knew. If your deceased relatives are available or your ascended masters, I can channel them for you personally. Let me have 1 hour to show you the future in your next chapter of your book of life. Readings are $75, and it takes me an hour to an hour and a half to complete. And for this price, you will also be hooked up to the healing grid around the planet for free, which means yours truly, me, I will be giving you Reiki 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of your life. All you have to do is let me know. MetaphysicalSoulspeak@gmail.com, and we will explore your future together.